What's up YouTube? This is AppleTech752, and in this video I'm going to show you how to fix the cellular data or cellular network on your iCloud bypassed device using the Checkra1n iCloud bypass. Let's get started. If you don't already have Cydia on the home screen, you're going to need to install Cydia. You can do that by opening up the Checkra1n Loader application on the home screen and clicking on Cydia and clicking on Install Cydia. Once you have Cydia, you need to open it up and search for Filesa File Manager, and then just click on Install here, and that will install it right here on your home screen. Go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to show you the path to several files, and I'll explain why in a second. We're going to go into var, root, library, lockdown, and as you can see right here, there's a data arc plist. There's a lot of information in here. Basically how this is going to work is we're going to use a different phone. I have an iPhone 6, this is what this device is, and I have another iPhone 6 that is activated. It has cellular data, it's the same carrier. That's basically what you're going to need. Another device that's the same model, same carrier, same cellular data, and we're going to be copying this plist over from one phone to the next phone. So I just wanted to show you the location, and then there is one more that we're also going to need to deal with. It's in a folder called containers, and then you go to data, system, and then com.apple.mobile activation D. And here you go to library, internal, and as you can see, we have another data arc.plist. So there are two data arc plists. We're going to need to copy both of them over from your activated phone to your unactivated phone, and it's going to make cellular data work on the phone. Alright guys, so I'm back on my iPhone 6s here. This is an activated iPhone 6s. As I turn off the Wi-Fi here, as you can see, I'm jailbroken. I've got some tweaks. I've got LTE up here. This is a working active iPhone 6s, and all you have to do is click on Edit, select the first data arc plist, and then More, and Open In. And then basically you're going to want to email it to yourself and then log in with your email account on the other device in order to retrieve the file. I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. Let me just show you the other data arc file. This was the first one. Alright, so remember the other data arc plist is in the mobile activation D, library, internal. And as you can see, we have the other data arc plist here. So yeah, same thing again. You're going to click Edit and More, Open In, and email this one to yourself as well. And there's actually one more thing that you don't have to move, but it's actually gives you a better chance of it working if you do. In the activation records, as you can see, we have the activation record plist. So I would highly recommend moving this one as well. So I'm just going to show you how again one more time. Go ahead and click on the email button. So this should be 3 files here, and we're going to move all of them to the other device so that we can activate it successfully. Alright, I signed into my email on Safari, and as you can see, I have all of the files right here. What you basically want to do is click on one of the files and click on Download. As you can see, I already have the first two in this little downloads tab up here. Data arc, this is the first data arc playlist and the activation record. So I'm just going to find the other one, data arc plist right here. All you have to do is click on it and click download. And then you have all 3 of your downloads in here. And for each individual one, what you're going to want to do is click on it and say Open in Filesa right here. So I'm clicking on this button here, the button at the top right hand corner, and clicking Open in Filesa. And there we go, just like that, it'll be in the documents. I'm going to do it for the other 2. Open in Filesa, there we go. Once you have these 3 files in your documents in Fields, you can click on Edit and select the activation record plist, and we're going to copy it. Now go back to the location of the activation records. It's in Containers, Data, System, Mobile Activation, Library. And as you can see, there's actually no folder for activation records here, so I'm going to actually make a new folder. So you do Edit and plus, and you call it Activation Records. Just like this with an underscore, and then select Done. And once you've done that, go ahead and click this button here, and it will say Paste. And just like this, we have our activation record plist. Now we're going to do the next one. Okay, after you've navigated out of the menu where we just put in the activation records, you should be back at VAR. And to find where our downloads is, the stuff we imported into iFile, we're going to go back to our mobile downloads. Sorry, documents. Here we go. And now we have 2 data arc plists. Now, these plists both basically say the same thing. So I'm going to first open one up and take a look at it. As you can see, this is the one that goes in the Containers folder because it's the shorter one. So we're going to click Edit and select this and copy it. And now I'm going to go back to the Containers folder and insert it. All right, we have our original data arc plist here. As you can see, it says unactivated brick state. Yes, this is no good. So what we're going to do is delete this one, move it to the trash, click Done, and paste the other one here. And if we take a look at this one, check it out. We have device state activated, brick state no. And so it's basically giving the device a token and telling it, you know what, you can get cellular data. That's what we're doing right here. So I'm going to actually go back now, and we're going to do the very last one. So one more time, we're going to go to Mobile, Documents, and this is the very last one. At this point, we actually have to delete these other 2. So move these to the trash, and we only have one more left. For this one, I'm going to rename it just to Data Arc plist because they both had the same name. So when we did the email step, one got named (1) and the other was just the normal name. So we basically have to put this one back to the normal name. Now click Done, and now you're going to click Edit and copy, and you'll see that it's copied. And in our final step, we're going to go back to VAR, Root, Library, Lockdown, and here's our data arc plist. I'm actually first going to show you what this one is like. It has a lot of information here, but we're basically going to click Edit and delete, Done, and paste. And this one is slightly different. Oops. But anyways, that's basically it. We have our data arc plist in Lockdown. And if we go back to Containers, I'm just going to show you. We have our activation record plist here, and under internal, we have our data arc plist here. So if you did everything right, these files should all be the exact same files you had on your activated phone that you transferred over through your email. And each file needs to be in its correct location, and it's really important that you don't mix up the two data arc plists because they're called the same exact thing, but they're actually different files. So when you're emailing, you're going to have to rename one of them. Just make sure you keep track of everything and you don't get stuff mixed up. And as long as you paste the correct plist in the correct location, then everything's going to be totally okay. So once you're absolutely sure that everything's good there, we can basically restart our device, but we have to be very careful because once we restart our device, the jailbreak's not going to work anymore. That's just the nature of this bypass. So once we're absolutely sure that we've done everything correctly, then yeah, we can basically go ahead and power off our device. So I'm going to slide to power off here. And now go ahead and power it back on. And in a moment, we should be able to get back in here and have a fully activated device. As you can see, we booted right back up to the home screen. And check it out, guys, searching. Look at this. We are legit searching for a network. And it says no service, but I don't even have a SIM card in. Let me put a SIM card in the phone, and we're going to get service, okay? Watch this. It might take a little while, but that's totally fine. We're going to get service up here. Look at that. I'm going to turn Wi-Fi off right now. 3G, guys. We have service right here in the corner. 3G service. So that about wraps it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and can get some cellular data on your device. At the moment, it doesn't support calling, only cellular data, but it's still a huge step in the right direction. And me and Apple Demo are collaborating and doing a lot more interesting stuff for this bypass. We're also going to fix the iCloud issue and the Siri issue and all sorts of other things eventually. So yeah, please subscribe and stay tuned for updates. And until next time, peace out.